So guess what just arrived on my doorstep? Yep, it's the brand new S24 Ultra. Yeah, I didn't think I'll be doing videos on this one, but as a Samsung fan, I just had to check it out. And as someone who's a bit cynical on the device, especially because I already own the AI-powered Pixel 8, how much better could the S24 really be? Seriously, I was quite surprised. But before I jump into that, let's peel off the packaging and check out the device itself, because it's definitely one slick brick.
Nice.
Do you guys notice it? That brand new anti-glare feature of the phone where it makes it a bit more difficult to see reflections? No? Okay, we'll come back to it. And comparing it to last year's model, so which is it? A or B? Comment down below which one you think it is. And you're wrong, both of them are the S23 Ultra. Nah, I'm joking. The S23 is on the left and the brand new S24 is on the right. Don't worry, at first glance, I couldn't even tell the difference. Eyeballing it, footprint wise, they're near enough identical. However, referring to the spec sheet, there's a clear difference between the two, with the S24 being about a millimeter shorter and wider, yet ever so slightly thinner. And I have to say, in hand it feels fatter, but for sure much lighter. With only about 1 gram difference between the two, somehow here Samsung have really made it so you can actually feel that weight difference. Now as for the overall design, it's near enough the same, with a slight adjustment in the button placement and cameras located in near enough the exact same spots. You'll be hard pressed to say which was which. I mean, of course that's ignoring the elephant in the room, the removal of the curved edges. Samsung this year have gone back to a flat display, which without a doubt you notice on the side profiles. Now in my opinion, the S10 Plus has been the best looking Samsung phone in a long time, and regardless of what's followed, I haven't really been tempted. But here with the S24, unmistakably it feels like a proper upgrade. Now tell me if I'm wrong, or does having them both side by side literally make the S10 seem like a prehistoric dinosaur? Now coming back to that display, this year, of course, it's Samsung's best. They've pushed the boundaries even further, now giving us over 2600 nits, making the screen perfect for outdoor use, even better than last year's model. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. I mean, check this out. Can you guess which one's the S24? I'll give you guys a minute. Comment down below which one you think it is. Now with its completely blown out whites, it's definitely not C, that's the Note 10 Plus. Oh, is it A or B? Now personally, I do like the more punchier look of A, however phone B isn't really too far behind. It does come with deeper blacks, however there's definitely some shadow detail lost. A is the S23 Ultra and B of course the brand new S24. Yep, compared to last year's, the S24 does feel a bit washed out, kinda disappointing. On the other hand, what isn't disappointing, and which actually did blow me away a little, was the updated always on display. Now you can actually drop your screens to 1 Hz, so now with minimal battery draw, you can keep your awesome backdrops on display. Pretty awesome. Now if you're after a more meaningful upgrade this year, it does actually seem they've improved their fingerprint scanner. Still keeping to an ultrasonic sensor, but somehow they've not only made it faster, but also more reliable. I mean, it was already good, but this does take it one step further to perfection. Now when it comes to overall power itself, what hasn't changed this year is that massive 5000 mAh battery, along with the same awesome charging options. Now if we're talking about raw power, you're not going to get anything better than the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, with of course that periodic refresh with higher clock speeds. But this year they've also redistributed the cores, so more of them are focused on higher top end performance. So is it actually better? I guess we'll just have to find out with a full-on speed test and a battery endurance battle, which are both coming very soon. So if you guys haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out when I drop those. Now let's come back to the display for a second, because this year Samsung, on top of the already amazing Gorilla Glass Victus protection, have added in an anti-glare coating, which you can see right here actually does make quite a bit of difference, with my ambient lighting being dulled on the S24 when compared to the S23, which is definitely going to be quite useful when you're outdoors. And even here with the reflection of another phone, it has literally the same effect. Overall it's pretty good. Now as for the cameras themselves, it's quite similar to last year's with a 12 megapixel front facing camera for all your gorgeous selfies, and on the rear you get the phenomenal 200 megapixel main shooter, the 12 megapixel ultra wide, a 10 megapixel telephoto, which are all the same as last year. However, this time round they've switched up that fourth lens where they've changed the 10 times telephoto zoom with a 5 times, which at first glance does feel like a step back, but with it being now at 50 megapixels, even now with a 10 times digital zoom instead of optical, the images do feel much sharper. But yeah, I'll be doing a full camera comparison between the S24 Ultra and last year's model, so stay tuned. Now the biggest hubbub about this phone has been AI. So here's a couple of my favorite features. The image editor, which allows you to select a subject and then reposition it in any image that you already own, which despite its accuracy issues did work much faster than on the Google Pixel 8, so that's already a plus. The generative fill, which allows you to rotate images and then fill the space around it, which again was pretty decent. I don't know what that green thing is on the top, but it was super fast. The AI text enhancer, which allows you not only to translate but also fix your messages, so you can check not only for spelling and grammar but can actually restructure your whole sentences, just as we've seen in ChatGPT before, but the fact that it's actually built into the keyboard itself is pretty awesome. So depending on your environments, you can sound a bit more professional, casual, social even, and you can add in hashtags. There's quite a few options to play around with. Now the final big thing that stood out for me with AI here was the brand new AI on-screen search function, which allows you to take an image or even whatever's displayed on your screen, so like a web page or whatever, and then by simply holding the bottom of your screens you can initiate a super quick Google search. So now you can not only find out how much an item costs but also what it is and where it's from. Honestly, this is one of the coolest new features the phone has. Now on a final note, when it comes to that phone translations, I haven't really had a chance to use it, so until I do, I kinda see it more as a gimmick, to be fair. But let me know down below if you guys still want me to check it out. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be doing a full-on comparison between the brand new S24 Ultra and last year's S23 Ultra, so if you guys want to see those, make sure you like and subscribe, and why not check out some of my Android customization videos. Oh, and as always, if you guys want your favorite images animated, make sure to submit them right within the Epic Live Wallpaper app itself, and of course boost the ones that you guys want to see made next. See you guys next time on Into the Parkerverse.